Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna cry.
Hello.
Yeah, see, it's really, though, yeah, it
yeah.
fits his poetry.
There's
Yeah.
like
He's
two
depressing.
different Joshes.
Right.
Me.
Two very different characters,
Yeah.
right? So obviously the first character is from calling from the grave.
Yeah.
And I like that you have a singular focus. I think you need to make sure that always happens.
Mhm.
Okay? Then, because you're singing in a very disembodied voice for this one, you don't need to be so big for the friend. He's already going to sound very different.
Part of that is like, there were no practice rooms open all
Oh, so you're
last
not
hour.
warm.
I'm not warm.
Okay,
But
that's all right.
yes.
So, but keep more in the, I always go back to this, but it's true, the when I was 1 in 20 voice.
Right, right.
You went a little too much into this heavy
Sure,
bluff
sure.
like that, and you don't need to do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so can we just do the first two contrasts and maintain that singular focus for the dead man, and then really make sure that you break into the friend before you begin singing his part.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay.
And then make sure you don't be too heavy.
Sure. Is my team plowing that I was used to drive, and hear the harness jingle when I was man alive? I the horses trample, the harness jingles now. No change though you lie under the land you used to plow.
Good. Good. It was a little heavy. Now, make sure, because I saw you go a little bit, here in the eyes, I saw you go a little bit towards the dead man at the end of the friends. Did you guys feel that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to make sure that there are very discrete shifts, and they can't be connected to any part where you're singing.
Right.
Right?
Right.
The other thing too is that when you start this is one of the things that's difficult, not only about something like this, but in the context of an opera when you're playing a character. You already know the end of the show. You already know what's going to happen, and sometimes we allow that to influence what we're doing in the beginning.
Don't be so sad.
Yeah, right? As the
Right.
friend. My friend's back. My friend's talking to you. Don't worry, I'm taking care of your fields. We're playing football. It's all good. But then he starts to ask uncomfortable questions. That's when it starts to get a little bit more concerned. But this first one should be totally just, right? I don't think you need to get too serious too soon. And then with the friend, I like that this is just blank. I want to make sure that you don't get into any kind of emotion with that character. I think that's one of the things that's compelling about it is that there's no accusation. There's not really any longing. It's just fact. You know what I mean? There's an absence of emotion there, and it's almost that makes you go, oh God.
Right. I've been kind of, the tablature we did in the acting studio,
This guy?
is the friend-ish. He's a little bit more sad than we wanted him to be, probably.
Maybe not at the end.
Okay.
But I think within this piece there needs to be an arch for this person.
Sure.
And you're tending to start a little too much into the
Right.
Do just the friend right now. But it's
Okay.
say,
Yep.
I the horses tremble.
Okay.
And if you allow yourself to be more engaged with the text, I think that will also take some of the weight out of your tone.
The horses trample, the harness jingles now, nor change though you lie under the land you used to plow.
Don't get too serious too soon, Joshua! Yeah? Yeah? And I know that part of it is that you want to be able to get back into that position for the dead friend.
I need to find a way to move back here without being...
Or maybe you need to not move. You know, I'm a big mover.
Sure.
Yeah, but can you do that friend just in place?
Right.
Rather than have... Because then it's like... yeah, it's so obvious when you're who.
Okay.
I think that might be more interesting.
Okay. Again?
Yeah.
Okay. The horses trample, the harness jingles now, no change though you lie under the land you used to plow.
Release that friend.
Is football
That's better.
playing?
Yeah? That's much better. Don't be afraid to take time.
Yeah.
Yeah? Sometimes I think we feel like, oh my God, I'm meant to be singing now.
Right.
Just, you know, there's only so much that a composer can do and stay within the parameters of meters, right?
Right.
And sometimes it's okay to just say, I'm going to take a little bit more time than there is on the page because that's what I feel this piece needs. Don't feel rushed. I felt like you felt a little bit rushed right there.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah?